Time to move on.
All right, let's play. I want you to listen to this. I'm going to ask you questions about it.
This is the May 12th, 2022 call.
Shit, Jose, my bad. I'm in my girl shit bed, so what you doing? What happened, Jose? You know, I'm not trying to pick sides. I'm mad at both of y'all niggas for letting that shit happen for me.
Stop. Did you hear what we just said?
Yes.
You just said, quote, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. I thought you don't know anything that's happening.
Like I said, there might have been text prior.
No, what you testified to, sir, was that the first time you ever heard anything about that incident was when Terell called you. And I'm reading this, and it says, quote, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. So I want you to explain to me, if you didn't know about it before this call, what in the heck is that comment about?
Objection, Judge. Argumentative.
Sustain this, please.
Please explain what you meant by, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit if you did not have any prior knowledge of the incident.
Just trying to mediate the situation, that's what I meant.
How can you mediate a situation that you know nothing about and have never heard of?
Like I told you, I might have received the text from him, so yeah.
Do you recall me asking you, prior to the break, 3 different times, and again after the break, whether you had heard anything about the incident until you talked to Terell on May 12, 2022, and you responded each time, no, this was the first time I heard of it. Do you recall responding to that? Sorry, Ron. It's loud because this court knows I can't hear, so my apologies.
Yes, but I thought you were specifically talking to the phone call, so yeah.
Wait, can you repeat that, please?
You can repeat your question, I'll answer it.
So what I'm asking you is, I asked you 4 different times before the break, and 1 time after the break. I confirmed the first time you had ever heard anything about this shooting incident that happened in November was during the May call, this call, with Relli. And yet the first thing you say is, you know, I'm not trying to pick sides and shit. And then you say, in testimony today, I was trying to mediate. So my question is, how can you be talking about not picking sides and about mediating when you never heard of what happened?
I think I answered this where I think I received text as well. So, yeah. And what I mean by picking sides is trying to mediate the situation.
So when you say you received texts, so are you now changing your testimony and saying, yes, I knew about this incident beforehand?
Objection.
Repeat the question?
Are you now saying, yes, I was aware of the incident from November of 2021 prior to this phone call?
I'm not sure. 3 years ago.
Well, I want you to take a look. Look at the transcript. I want you to look at page 2, and I want you to read again to yourself, and I want you to read starting at line 8 to line 11, and tell me if now you understand whether or not.
Yeah, I think I get your question, and my answer again is, I believe, I'm not sure if I think I received text messages about the situation, so, yeah.
So you're saying you decided to you recorded these calls. Did you save those text messages?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure? Do you have those text messages today?
Probably not, and your definition of I'm not sure is?
Mr. Lewin, are you going to play with the rest of the...
I don't know.
I am, but I'm taking them one at a time, and then I'll start playing again.
All right, let's...
I think it's easier to hit each point as it comes up.
You hit this one a lot.
Well, Your Honor, I'm trying to get, he just now said that there are text messages he believes. What do you believe was said in the text messages?
I don't remember.
Well, so obviously, if you knew about it, that would have meant that Relli would have had to have told you what happened in these texts, correct?
Possibly.
Well, when you say possibly, will you at least concede that you knew about the incident, given what you said, prior to you recording the conversation?
Can't confirm that, but I'm not sure.
And let me ask you again, since your memory's a little hazy, is it, as you sit here, maybe you think you might have talked to the defendant about it sometime between November and May?
No.
So what would be your rush, sir, right after you talked to Relli, to call the defendant if that was the first time you ever heard anything about the alleged shooting, the lawsuit? What made you immediately pick up the phone and call Rocky?
I think I answered this. Trying to mediate the situation, so send it over to him.
All right, who can we see Brian?
Picking sides, that nigga 100% crazy and wrong. 100% wrong. And he got 12 years mixed up. You gotta understand, Rocky been on his high horse for a very long time, you feel me?
Would you agree, sir, that during this little section, that Relli is basically telling you, he is saying that the defendant was 100% wrong and then he got 12 ills mixed up in it?
Your Honor, I'm going to object.
Sustain. Sustain.
Do you agree that in that section, sir, as you listen to it, as you read it right now, that Relli is telling you that Rocky has basically done it wrong?
Your Honor, I'm objecting again.
The words speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Keep going. Push the play button.
Your Honor, I'm going
Oh, push the play button. Let's continue.
Your Honor, I'll do that, but again, I keep asking, he doesn't give grounds. We're lawyers. Lawyers give grounds. That's how law works in California.
I know how it works in California.
Well, Your Honor,
Stop telling me how it works in California, how it doesn't work. No speaking objections. State of grounds, state objection, and the legal grounds. Push the play button.
To do what he did. I don't have, he forced my hand, you feel me? I got over 20 missed calls between him. It was, why is Rocky going out his way to do anything like that? You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you're going to get a story or whatever it is, but you got to look at it like this. Why is he going out his way to call me 20 times? That it was in 12 with him, text messages saying, link up, where you at? And all of this is because of I pressed him about Josh, him not doing right by Josh, and he spoke to Josh's mom and lied. You get what I'm saying? So I wrote him about.
were you aware prior to Relli relating this information to you that there had been a pre-existing issue between Relli and Rocky regarding Josh?
No, I don't know based on Josh.
Did you know what he was referring to?
Not really, I don't know Josh. I didn't know Josh.
But you agree that ASAP Relli told you that he, in essence, pressed Rocky about Josh and about him not doing right by Josh and accusing Rocky of lying. That's what he told you, correct?
Yeah, he's telling his side of the story.
All right, please continue.
He hit up Bari later about that, but I'm with Bari. Bari got the phone on speaker. You get what I'm saying? This shit didn't fit well with me. So Rocky talks about me within that conversation because he sees I text him about Josh. You feel me? Told him taking ASAP out my name. This was 7 months ago. I took ASAP out my name. You feel me? Yeah. He's a bitch. So he goes in and says, hey, Bari, because Bari an influencer. A whole week later doing that complex car shit. You feel what I'm saying? Just so happened I'm with Bari while Rocky hits her. Rocky says my name. You get what I'm saying? Real Money 12-year ills is at his house. I hit Real Money the next morning. Terell
You would agree that is ASAP Relli telling you that basically he is present for a conversation where ASAP Rocky is talking to Bari and is saying negative things about Relli, correct? That's what that means, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, it's not clear, and I'm asking the witness because the witness understands how they speak to each
You've
other.
already indicated that you want a legal ground.
Let me give you.
Mr. Tacopina said objection. He's about to state.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's irrelevant what he believes Relli meant. That's the same objection I got.
Sustained.
Your Honor, I'm not asking what
The
he
words speak for themselves. In final argument, you can put your interpretation on what was said. Mr. Tacopina can do the same thing.
Your Honor, am I allowed to inquire the witness, since they're speaking in a manner that is not necessarily easy for anybody to understand? I have to inquire, again, what does that mean? I'm not asking,
But you're not asking what that means.
what does it mean?
What means?
What does what you just heard, where Terell tells you that just basically, and I heard you, but in Rocky head, he looked like a bitch because Barry had him on speaker. Rocky didn't know who else heard that conversation, but I heard him talk about it. And I told Rocky over the years, and if you have a problem with me, let me know. Stop rocking me to sleep. You feel me?
I can't tell you what he means. You need to ask Terell.
I think it might be helpful if Mr. Sajimi had.
I have
Oh, you have it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
All right.
So you're telling me, listening to that, you didn't understand that to mean that there had been a phone call where Rocky had been talking bad about Relli, not knowing Relli could hear it, and that Barry had been involved. That's not what you understood that to mean?
He's telling me the side of the story, so sure.
No, I didn't ask you whether it was true or not. I asked you, is that what Relli told you?
Yes, I'm on the other side of the phone call.
Okay. All right, keep playing.
I heard Rocky bitch ass tell him I don't fuck with him. Whoop-de-whoop, you feel me? No fighting words, none of that. Just basically, nigga, I heard you. But in Rocky's head, he looked like a bitch because Barry had him on speaker. Rocky don't know who else heard that conversation, but he know I heard him talk about me, and I told Rocky over the years, nigga, if you have a problem with me, let me know. Stop rocking me to sleep. You feel me? Boom. Next thing you know, I guess that was enough for him. He felt like a bitch because he knew I heard that conversation. I wasn't supposed to hear that conversation because Rocky I never heard him say harsh words or even have that type of energy towards me. You know what I mean? So now I know the real man. I tell real money, tell that nigga fuck him. You feel me? Boom, boom, boom. She gets related to him. Next thing you know, I'll be over 20, 30 missed calls between him and Rocky. Text messages. I'm staying at the nose. I tell him he calls me. I finally answer him. I'm sleeping. Eek.
Did you take from that, as you heard it, that Relli was now telling you that there was a dispute between he and Rocky that also now was bringing in ills as well, and that it had resulted in 20 or 30 missed calls between the defendant and Relli?
Judge, I'm objecting again for the same reason I object before it's irrelevant what this witness took from me. Words of the transcript.
Your Honor, it actually goes from
Stop, both of you. No speaking objections. Don't debate. Do you know what this means?
I can't decipher what somebody, I'm hearing this side of the story, I can't decipher what they actually mean.
Okay. All right, go on.
Then, I'm not asking you whether you believe it or whether it's credible. I'm simply asking you, when you were told this, Relli was telling you that this dispute between he and Rocky had resulted in 20 to 30 missed calls between him, which is Relli, Ills, and Rocky. Is that right?
He's telling me that.
Yes. And he's also telling you he's staying at the Lowe's, and he tells you that he finally answers because he's sleeping. Is that right?
He's telling me that.